Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. Playing some Black Ops 6, and yes, I know you're disappointed in me. I broke my promise. I played the beta, I said, I'm washed. I'm not buying this game. This newfangled season pass, Warzone, skill-based matchmaking, skill-based damage, I'm done. Well, here I am. Me and my vice, me and my guilty pleasure, a little bit of Call of Duty, $70 a year. And I promise that's all they get out of me. I do not buy skins. I do not buy the season pass. I could not care less. I had not even prestiged. I'm trying to do the dark matter grind, but let me tell you, it gets frustrating because skill-based matchmaking definitely makes us, has completely killed casual Call of Duty. And you could argue, well, it's skill issue. Well, that, in my mind, just reaffirms my argument. Like, if you're arguing skill issue, which I'm not going to hide from. I've been open. Hell, I made a video. I am washed. I'm not good at this game. I'm not good at these modern games, these modern Call of Duties at least. It just requires a certain level of dedication and persistence that, I might even have the time. I'm not super busy in my life at this exact day. In the last couple weeks or months, I guess. It's been a unique time in life from kind of in between things. So I've had time to play the game, and I think I've gotten a good experience, enough time in game to really understand, okay, I get where the skill gap is, I see where it works and where it doesn't, and I've been practicing enough to be competent at the game. It's just the design, the whole function of the game with skill-based matchmaking makes it so that you are never just chilling. There is no just laid back Spotify on the background. I'm gonna run around. I'm gonna have like a 1 KD or a 1.5, but it's not gonna be this hyper focused Adderall, game fuel, crazy dive and slide and all this nonsense. There's just something about this game that it just feels intense. Like you watch the gameplay, like like POV, the frame of view it's everything's hyper. And I know I can adjust that, but there's motion blur. Even though I have motion blur turned off, like the bullets when they hit you, like you have a stroke, like your gun flies everywhere. There's explosions or grenades or like mini nukes. Like people are diving off of buildings, and it's fun. It's COD, but it's just so intense. Like even the games where I'm having fun and doing quote unquote decent, like this is a kind of a one-off game. Like I got done with this game, and like when I get done playing a session of Call of Duty, and it's not even what it used to be. Like admittedly, and I got plenty of videos on this channel to prove it, I played a lot of Call of Duty back in the day. There were times like summer vacation or winter break or whatever, I could easily hop on Black Ops 3 and drop an 8 to 10 hour session if I was able to. But the game was fun. All my boys were on. We were partied up. We were destroying people. I got clips. I would end a night with like 4 or 5 clips that were like YouTube video worthy. I got a couple on like big channel top 10 plays. Like the game was just fun. That's an anecdotal example, but that to me is casual COD, and you could counter that by like, well, you're just a sweat. You're a tryhard. You're the reason why we have skill based, because you go in pubs and just stomp, and all the new players didn't have any fun and they quit. Well, to that, I would admit, okay, probably partly true. Like, if I'm getting stomped, I'm not staying in the lobby. And especially now with the skill-based, I do not care. You can sue me. You can spit on my name. I don't give a shit. I rage quit at the slightest frustration. Because, again, I am in my mid-20s. I don't have any... There's no money being made from this. I don't have a lot of friends that play this anymore. I just happen to meet a random group of guys that I actually play with now. Before that, I was playing solo. It was even worse. I'm like, I don't care. Like, and in my mind, it makes more sense to just, who cares about win-loss? Who cares about stats? The worse stats you have, the more fun you're going to have, because you might not get throttled by the skill-based matchmaking so bad. But that's partly a rant, partly true. But yeah, casual COD is dead. It's been dead for years. Even when you party up, it almost only hurts you. And I've noticed that the skill-based is so bad in these last few games that if you're playing solo, it's almost impossible. If you are a talented player, like, I don't mean dashy, you're not a pro, but you're someone who, like, in the past Call of Duties has, like, a 1.5 KD or better, and you got plenty of games of dropping high kill streaks, you might have a few nukes under your belt, like, you're good at the game. Like, you're not going to be Shroud, but you are better than the average player. In your solo player, these modern games, Call of Duty specifically, with skill-based matchmaking designed as it is, it really almost doesn't want you to play. It's bizarre because you think about how it works. If you are talented, you're going to get put up against people who are also talented. Well, sweats, I'm part of this group, tend to run in packs because, people that are very passionate about the game are online a lot. They do well. They get the attention of others. And they're like, hey, let's add this guy to our squad. Or more so, you might have players who maybe aren't as talented or like, we got to get this guy on our team. This guy's good as hell. So they party up. And more often than not, that good player can help support the other players and then they get better. So these higher, mid to higher level skill brackets in SBMM are almost exclusively full of parties, at least 3 or more. More often than not, it's like a 6-man and a 6-man, or a 6-man and a 5-man, or large parties versus each other. If you're those poor souls that are playing solo, you are getting the full punishment of going up against basically a full team with communication, with chemistry. And you have none of that. You have no team. You can game chat, but they're probably not even in game chat. They might be on Discord or in a party because they're chat banned for saying some, first grade level insult to someone, got a 14-day chat ban, or they're just not listening at all. And so you have no communication. You have no chemistry. Your kill streaks, aren't complementary. You're not running any kind of strategy. It's just a free-for-all on your team, and you're going up against people more often than not who are in parties, 4, 5, 6 deep, that are communicating. They have strategy. They can cap flags together. Their kill streaks correspond and complement each other. It can be really upsetting and really frustrating, but that's how the game is designed. Like, it's designed to put people in these lobbies, but again, they're mostly parties, and as a solo player, you're gonna catch the raw deal. That's my experience. I would argue that these games are almost unplayable for talented solo players because, again, you are just going to get just the raw end of the deal. More often than not, you got to go with a party, and if you don't have that, then honestly, I'd be hesitant to buy this game if you're a multiplayer guy. I've had problems in the past with, video game rage. I've never broken anything, but I've definitely been yelling in my apartment, or way back in the day, it was my room, just screaming about the game. It's like, dude, especially now, I'm too old for this. I'm way too old to be getting a headache over a virtual experience. Again, there's no money involved. There's no glory involved. I'm not competing for any kind of prize or recognition. This is a random Friday night, and I'm over here just getting heated. It just is not worth it. So that's a consideration to make. Also, dare I say, the kill streaks don't even make like the sweat worth it. Again, if I'm getting kill streaks, I'm having to try I'm running the Tonto here, one of the best SMGs in the game. Stim shots, jumping around, diving, all this crazy stuff just to get a UAV. The UAV is 6 kills without like one of the bankroll or whatever the hell like the hard line is in this game. I sound like such a boomer, but I don't know. It's 5 or 6 kills. The counter's 1 more. This helicopter, the Watchdog, which is again also made of glass, is I think 10 or 11 kills. Any kill streak worth getting is over 10 kills. The Blackbird, which is the harp in this game, it's good, but it can be shot down. It's like, what is the point of getting these high kill streaks, especially on these like very intense, like cutthroat SBMM lobbies? I think I've got the Dreadnought twice. It's not been a care package, and it's fun. It's definitely like when you get one, you're like, oh, hell yeah. And I got them both on Nuketown. One, of course, the first time I got a Dreadnought, my recording crashed, I swear to God. It's in theater mode. I could probably still find the gameplay, but theater mode gameplays are so clunky. I said, whatever. And then I got another Dreadnought that same night. So the SBMM was being kind to me that evening. It has not happened since. But I'll post that gameplay somewhat soon. But the kill streaks are just not worth it. The camo grind is okay. It's not impossible. It's headshots and other stuff, so you can play hardcore. You can do what you usually would do for a camo grind. But yeah, the gameplay is demanding. It is challenging. It does encourage a lot of tomfoolery. It encourages two-boxing. It encourages reverse boosting because the game is just not fun to play. It's ironic. Like, it sounds like I'm in a toxic relationship. Like, are you having fun? Absolutely not. Are you going to play again tonight? Yeah. Like, I guess I'm chasing the dragon of what Call of Duty used to be, which was, if me and the boys wanted to squad up and really turn on the jet so we could really do some damage. But for the most part, people are trying out different guns. I used to snipe. I would never snipe in this game. It'd be zero fun. I sniped a lot in Cold War. I sniped in MW3 way back in the day. Like, I would snipe when I got bored. Hell no, not in this game, dude. I'm gonna go like 11 and 41 and just get reamed by the SOG or the Jackal PDW of TTV sliding across the screen and doing some 360 reverse dolphin dive on me. Like, it's really intense. It's really crazy. It is rewarding when you do get a dreadnought or I haven't gotten a nuke yet, but that's my goal. So it is demanding. It's all SBMM, but that's the standard. Can't get around it. So overall, it's an okay game. It's definitely not one of my top 10, or yeah, it's in the top. It's not in my top 5 or top 3. Like, that's the OGs. But then again, I'm old. I'm old for Call of Duty. I started playing when I was like 10 or 11, so it's been over a decade of COD, and it's just not what it used to be. But that's probably part of my bias as well. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Had to get that off my chest a little bit, man. SBMM, I'm literally sweaty sometimes just trying to play a regular pub. It's kind of crazy. So if you enjoyed the video, let me know. Or if you have similar experiences with the SBMM or whatever, let me know. Or let me know how you're liking the game in general. I'm curious. So until the next one, see you guys later. Peace.